Here with another video for you today, bringing you episode number 1 of the Improving at CSGO series that I'm going to be doing here on my channel. The purpose of this series is to give you guys some tips and tricks to improving your own gameplay on Counter-Strike. I would take everything that I say with a grain of salt, however, because I am not a pro. I do not claim to be a pro. There are people on this game that are better than me. They may have tips that are different than mine, opinions that are different than mine. But I just wanted to get that out there, let you guys know that there are other ways of doing things. These are just how I go about playing the game. And hopefully some of what I say will help you improve your own game and help you just enjoy the game a little bit more. So, episode number 1, we are going to be talking about crosshair placement. So, what are we talking about when we say crosshair placement? Well, I mean making sure that your crosshair stays on head height at all time. A lot of players, and I don't know if this comes over from different FPSs, because I noticed that when I first started playing, I would do this too. A lot of players walk around in the game kind of like this. Now, you should notice a difference between this and walking around like this. The difference being obviously that your crosshair is not on the opponent's head. Now, why is this important? Well, one headshot from any distance with an AK will get you the kill even if they have head armor. Now, if we have the M4, one headshot will not do that. Even at well, actually I don't know about close range, but one headshot with an M4 will still take them down to half health. So it's important to have your crosshair on the head height because you'll get kills that much quicker. Let's do an example here, shall we? We're on a map. We're on a map for the purposes of this video. You come around a corner, there's an enemy. Let's say you have your crosshair on head height. Now, you see how fast that was. Now let's try it again, except this time you're aiming at the ground. You have to move your crosshair up. See him? Then he probably just starts spraying. It's not nearly as quick. Now, if you got into a 1v1 fight against a guy that isn't a bot, and he has his headshot on your head when he comes around the corner, by the time you raise your crosshair all the way up, you're going to be dead, most likely. Especially once you get up into the higher levels of the game. In silvers, probably everyone's like you. They're not going to be having their crosshair on your head, so you can probably get away with it in silvers. But these are tips to get you out of those lower ranks, right? So when you come around the corner, you want to have your crosshair on their head, and it'll just help you get kills a lot faster. The important part about this is that you learn to do it consistently. When you're playing on a map that isn't when you're playing on a map that isn't a map, say you're playing Dust 2, one of the most popular maps in the game, you're gonna have to come around, and if you're playing competitive, getting into a bomb site where the CTs are sitting is going to be difficult if you're aiming at the ground and then have to aim up and shoot at them that way. If you can come around a corner with your crosshair ready to shoot them in the face, you'll be able to get entry frags a lot easier, open up the bomb site, allow your team to get to that bomb site, get bomb plants, and go from there, and it'll just help in all facets of the game. That's just one example right there, is entry fragging. And that will just sort of lead into round wins, get you some victories, get you out of those silver ranks, hopefully, is the goal here. So that's going to do it for this episode of Improving at CSGO. Again, we were talking about crosshair placement, trying to keep your crosshair at their head height throughout the entire game. Whenever you're coming around corners, whenever you're running down hallways, anything, you want to keep it up there. You might be asking yourself now, how do I improve at this? It's just... And a lot of these tips all stem to DM. You want to DM, play the game, play casual, play competitive, whatever you want to do, play the game. This is how you'll learn where the head heights should be. When you're first starting, you might not know about where to put the crosshair. You might think, well, maybe their head's here, and you come around the corner. No, you're wrong. You got to make sure that you know where you're expecting the enemy to be, how far away that's going to be, because that's going to change where their head is. And then you want to make sure you adjust for that and keep your crosshair there. And again, all that comes back to playing the game, getting to know it, getting the game sense down, and just learning and learning how to do these things. So, like I said, that's going to be episode number 1. The tip here is crosshair placement. You get better at it by playing the game, DM, casual, competitive, whatever you want to do. And hopefully this will help you improve your game, get more kills, and make you more confident at the game. Like I said, this has been episode 1. I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you found something useful in this episode. Stay tuned for episode 2. I'm not sure what we're going to be talking about in that episode, but when it comes out, you will be the first to know. I'll see you guys in that episode. I'm out. Peace.